Mama, I have poop.
We are mildly crushing it. We're two exhausted moms try to make sense of this wild ride called raising neurodivergent kids.
We're not doctors and we're not therapists, and you probably shouldn't take our advice. We cuss like sailors and drink like pirates.
Just think of us as your inappropriately funny and brutally honest support group.
So grab a drink and lower your expectations.
Because the truth is, we need this, and we're going to keep doing this whether you're here or not.
We just hope you join us. Hi, everybody. I'm Sadie.
And I'm Morgan.
And welcome to another episode of Mildly
Crushing It in our new set.
Yeah, we this morning just, went crazy. Went sideways. Went fucking sideways.
We love a pivot.
Yeah, sure.
We love a pivot. Yeah, I actually really do love a pivot.
There's so many pivots always. I just get so flustered when my perfectly planned routine morning goes sideways. Anyways, everything's fine now.
Yeah.
But so
there was construction over at my house. So we're not cozying on the couch, but we are cozying up with the Lego collection.
Yeah, we're in my house in the toy room. So the magical toy room where the kids just shred shit all day long. Yeah.
So today we had something entirely different in mind.
And we pivoted again.
we pivoted again.
Everything is just pivoting out of control today.
Yeah. But that is actually why we pivoted away from that topic, because it just didn't feel right for the mood.
Yeah, it was a happy, light mood, which we'll get to next week. But not today.
We've talked a lot about our ups and downs that we are always going through. And today's just kind of feels like a little bit of a down. So if you're up for it, hanging with us while we talk about all the downs, I'm sure we'll laugh through it. So I hope you stick around, but
it's what we need today. So
yes. Okay. Do you have a mom guilt bingo?
Get your bingo cards out because it's time for Mom Guilt Bingo.
Yay!
Yes. My mom guilt bingo is just that I've been spending no time with Miles, basically. That one comes up for me a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not spending any time with Miles, and it just makes my heart so sad. But Ellie's freaking really hard right now, so that's where that's at.
Yeah. My mom guilt bingo, I've been fucking with my medications. And this week has got me super irritable. And just literally every little thing just gets me knotted
that makes
up.
sense. Medicine sucks. It's just like a magic formula.
It's a constant roller coaster. It's a tool.
It's a tool.
It is a tool. But, I do still believe in doing the hard work and deep diving and unpacking whatever needs to be unpacked. And so trying to get to, when you start feeling better, you want to be able to kind of peter off of stuff, but then also that's probably why you're feeling better.
Oh my God, seriously, 100%. And I'm always pretty bad about that.
Yeah.
And I always I'm doing all the work and things are going great, I feel like. And then I'm I can get off some of this medicine. And then it's you're an idiot.
Right.
Just don't do
fuck with a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been.
However, as always, we are not suggesting anything to anyone.
I mean, I got off antidepressants and microdosed for a long time, and that actually worked super well for me at that time when I was doing a lot of therapy and a bunch of things. But
yeah,
I'm just in one of those times where I just really need actual medication.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's going to kick in.
You know what? Every single New Year's, I set out to journal more because I love that idea. And
I filled one journal for the first time in my whole life from front to back. And I felt so proud. I was like, oh my God, I've never filled a journal in my life.
That's impressive.
Sometimes I just get in these moods and I'll just journal for months straight. And then I'll also go 8 months without journaling again.
Yeah.
So, but I always have it around because I just think in my head, oh, I see it and I'm going to do it.
Right.
Sometimes I can sit down and just write and not stop.
Really the only time in the day that I could is once the kids are in bed. And at that point, I know I've reposted so many stories about a couple at the end of the day after bedtime.
Dude.
And it's just, who was that really hilarious comedian that passed away a long time ago?
That's so vague.
I know, that's so vague. He was on Saturday Night Live though.
Chris Farley?
I think so. Yeah. There's this like video that goes around all the time of him in I don't know what movie with his hair all messed up.
Oh,
and he's
that's
just
probably
like,
him. Yep. Oh,
you know? And that's how I feel after bedtime. And I know David feels the same
Right.
way. And we're just like we've learned to check in. Like, what do you need right now?
You guys too.
I need alone time. And it doesn't always match up. Like, I'll admit
Like
a
always
lot.
wants love and snuggles, and I'm always like,
See,
I'm
lately,
so touched the fuck out. But I've also been
Lately.
really just like I said, and I've been really in a just not a great mental state. So
yeah.
I think everything is
Yeah.
just like magnified and much worse. And so
Yeah, see, lately we've been kind of the opposite. Normally, David wants all the snuggles. And lately, he's been the one that's like, I want some alone time. And I'm
you're
like,
like, no,
I need your love. And he's like, nope, sorry. Because sometimes, like, that's another part of partnership is you have to understand that your partner can't always give you what you need.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you have to learn to cope and be okay with that. And that is a non-codependent relationship.
Yep.
But then you have to balance it. And that's where we struggle.
God, it's a whole nother episode
Right. I know.
that someone needs to say to us so I can hear and listen. What
About balancing
balancing?
the relationship struggles.
Oh God, yeah. Relationship struggles in any shape or form. Friendship, love, sibling.
Mhm.
It's all just fucked up when you throw special needs in the
Yeah.
mix.
Yeah.
Everything. So anyways, so we're kind of going to be talking about like dealing with stress. Well, we hope this is where the episode's going to go today. Bear with us, everybody, okay? Just fucking bear with us. Dealing with stress and mental health as a special needs parent. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Like we said, we really hope to resonate with a lot of people out there who are not in this world and they can kind of see where we're at in the world. But I feel like I only kind of am learning how to cope with the stressful special needs, stress, and mental health stuff, because that is what, I had Amaya, and like I said, she's like this. She's very self-motivated. She's always been able to basically take care of herself, always hung out with the adults, she stressed me out, of course. Being a parent is stressful.
Yeah.
But
she fit into your lifestyle. We've talked about
she was
that.
just a freaking
Yeah.
piece of cake,
Yeah.
And so then we had Miles, and I was like, all right, this is a little stressful, like just having a young kid again. And he was just very much opposite of Amaya. And then having Ellie, of course, just like what I thought was stress was just,
Yeah.
it's a whole different
Yeah.
whole different ball game. And so like, how do we?
I like to joke. I thought I was a really good parent. And then Ada was born.
I was the best fucking mom. Then I had Elliot.
Don't get me wrong. Even when I thought I was a good mom, I knew I was like way too stressed. I
So
wasn't
good.
coping. I was like not happy. Couldn't figure out everything. But also I was like, look at this little angel baby. He is wild as fuck, but look at him.
Right.
I'm the best.
I feel like I suffer heavily from anxiety and depression, which I have though my whole life. That was before even Ellie like came into this world. And I have a lot of like controlling tendencies. Like, well, this morning really threw me the fuck off. We've been doing Tuesdays at your house since what? April?
Uh-huh.
I think, right? Or is that wrong?
Roughly. Well, definitely since school got back in session in August.
Like I feel like we were definitely
every
and-
Tuesday
and
in my
it
house.
always goes to Morgan's. I
Yeah.
always like grocery shop at Winco first, come home, put my groceries away, go to your house, do our thing. It just goes so smooth. And this
Yeah.
morning I was literally just talking to myself in the kitchen. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Morgan's just like
Yeah.
going through my house. Can I take this sign down? Can I move this? Can I do this? Like, I don't know.
Which, if you know Sadie, that is too much for her.
I had to sit and have a drink and take
her home is her bubble.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with it.
I always my bubble and I
Yeah.
love it. And it's
Yeah.
just- but I feel like the stress has just gotten at like a whole different level because it doesn't shut off,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was listening to the We Are Brave together. I don't know if any of you follow them or anything, but you should.
And you get to go to a retreat.
And I'm going to one of their
soon.
retreats.
So excited for you.
You'll hear about that because
Yeah.
that's exciting as fuck. But
Yes.
I was listening to like their book this morning and it just, what was the story like super, now I lost it and I don't think about
sorry,
it.
because we got excited about that.
Because I got excited about the retreat. Oh yeah, but one of the moms, she had like a lot of medical stuff though, but she was talking about how, and she started like crying and it made me so sad, but how they were like trying to go on vacation with their like medically and special needs child, and just how like everyone was just waiting with their kids peacefully and their kid was just like losing their shit. And she just had like, said how this mom had her own little bag and this little boy in front of her had his own tiny cute backpack. And then she had her husband and this gigantic bag full of all the necessities they needed. And she was just saying how it's even stressful just to get out of the house, like to go to the store. Like there's stuff you used to not think about that was not stressful.
Yeah.
And I was like in the grocery store at Winco and I was like, I'm not going to cry right now because my life isn't even near her scale. And I still think, fuck, it's raining outside. This is all the shit I have to do to make sure Ellie can even like get out of the car to get to where we're going.
A to point B, yeah.
And all it is like it's like a water issue, which in our world that hugely disrupts it. But she just totally made me realize that like the stress of a special needs parent. And like I said, I feel like mine is on the milder side compared to that.
Yeah.
But it just really made me realize like, man, we do stress about so many extra things that like I never used to stress out about.
Well, it's like it's like pre-stress, which
technically I'm the worst.
Technically that's called anxiety.
Yeah.
But I think in the special needs world, like us moms, it's not so much anxiety because it's stuff that literally happens. It's not like worrying about the future and what could happen. It's like, no, this will happen.
Yeah.
And so we stress ahead of time, we make sure we're completely prepared. We have everything that we need in case everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
And then
still a lot more to think about.
Yeah.
Doesn't shut off.
Beta, we've come out of that regression and she's chilled out a lot.
Guys have leveled. You guys have gotten onto her level. We've
gotten under her level, but also on her level, there are no other humans in her life except me.
So that's so exhausting. It's wonderful and fucking stupid.
It's so wonderful and so sweet. But my little girl has what I believe to be characteristics that align with the PDA profile, which is some call it pathological demand avoidance and others call it something autonomy something. Anyway, it's basically like where these kids have such a drive and need for autonomy that any threat to that is a massive disruption to the nervous system.
I was just looking into that the other night too, and I forget what it was called. And my phone's recording, so I can't Google it real fast.
Yeah. So her PDA you just have to parent it so differently. There's a desire to please with PDA in general. So that's helpful, but it's really hard. And so I'm kind of her only human right now that can deal with that. But also it's like really fucking bossy.
It's
all
really
the time.
exhausting.
And
it's hard being that. It's fantastic. I love my child. And I feel really sad sometimes how she treats her dad.
Same.
She's like, no, dad, no. And she'll like literally get up out of our bed and leave if he's like too close to her. And it's so sad.
Yeah.
She just wants me. And it's fantastic. And I love it. But also it's really fucking stressful.
It is.
And exhausting as fuck. And I was telling Blake, I can't wait to go on my retreat. Because one, it's going to be amazing. And two, it's going to give her, I'm going to be gone for 3 nights. She's going to have to she's going to have to take on her dad.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping.
Which I think is good for them.
That's what I'm hoping it's going to be a really good thing for me to be away like that.
Yeah. So we've gotten on our level, but like you and I went out the other night for the first time ever, which was hilarious to me. And we had to go out early because.
Like 5 something.
Yeah. And we were home by 7.
Yep.
7:30 maybe. in time to put my 2 to bed because I can't miss a bedtime right now. And
That's freaking hard.
and don't get me wrong, like if I told my husband like, "Hey, I'm out. I'll see you at midnight." He'd be like, "Okay, go have fun."
But then everyone's going to be so dysregulated.
Everyone's
There's no
dysregulated.
point in it.
And like I can show up, get her to bed.
But then your whole
And then
night is
also-
almost like fucking shot. If you look,
Yeah.
like I hate coming home and my household's so dysregulated and everyone's dysregulated and clearly people have been
Yeah.
crying and it's just like
Yeah.
the fuck. It just instantly stressed out everything and I was like, it's
Yeah. The stress of that kind of
outweighs.
cancels out.
Yep, that high you were
the-
on from like,
yes.
oh,
Yeah.
it's so nice to be out. And then it's
Yeah.
like, well, fuck that.
Yeah.
It was all just shattered the moment I walked through
Right.
the door.
Well, and then like I'm constantly trying to like your mom guilt bingo today and mine for the last 4 weeks. I'm constantly trying to make sure that I keep in mind the attention Harvey's getting. And so by me being gone, not only is Ada entirely dysregulated, my husband's stressed out because he's not her person, but then my son gets absolutely nothing.
Yep.
He gets the leftovers.
Yep.
And that's not fair to him either. So I'm just gonna, if I can be at home for bedtime, that's what I'm gonna do right now. And that's the phase we're in right now. So luckily I'm far enough along to understand these are phases. It's not my life forever. And also, like you said, like it's also wonderful. And I love snuggling in with my girl and, helping her regulate.
It's that
But
grief and gratitude all in the one, or
Yes.
not grief, I guess you would say, but it's the but basically it's
yeah.
sadness and joy, I guess,
Yeah.
all rolled into one right there. Like
Right.
I love that I'm her person, but also what the fuck, I'm her only
Mhm.
person.
Right.
That's a lot. It's exhausting as fuck.
It is. And my husband's been going to work pretty much before both kids get out of bed for almost a year now. And he, because of, things he's been through, he struggles with the noise and the stress and the yelling a lot.
You're all sorry, honey, you're in the
And-
wrong household.
But anyway, this morning, Ada got up before he left. And he was like, "Okay, have a good day, bye." And I was like, "Get out of here."
Right? You're like, see ya.
Right. Because it just is, it's so heavy to be the peacekeeper in the
Yeah,
house
all the time.
And even though our husbands are there for everyone and everything, it's like, it still falls on us and it's so heavy. And I don't have the capacity for it right now.
I know. Then
I
it's
just am
like, what
grumpy
the fuck
as fuck.
do we do?
Yeah.
I've been grumpy too. Actually, the other day I was laying on the couch and Ellie was like, "Mommy's sick." I'm like, "No, Mommy's just fucking tired and depressed and just doesn't want to move."
Yeah.
So just to let it ride, Elliot. No, I'm just kidding. She's like, "Mommy's sick? Mommy, you sick? Mommy, you sick?" And the therapist was like, "Are you feeling okay?" And I was like, "I am fine.
Don't I look fine?
Everyone just let me fucking be."
God.
And like Blake worked all day yesterday and then I just sat my ass on the couch and was editing and he just like cooked dinner and I was like, oh, I
Aw.
feel guilty, but help me.
Right.
Please help me.
Right.
I don't know how you ask for help. I have a really hard time asking for help, like at all with anything. I just drown.
Well, so it actually started out by David and I being incredibly codependent.
See,
That's how we started out, which I don't suggest. I mean, we've grown so much, like I've talked about,
due to my
out of necessity, really. But
past trauma and things, I have just learned to be very
hyper independent.
hyper independent, and sometimes that actually has like a negative effect on
Oh yeah, hyper independence is a thing.
life. And I've never
Mhm.
heard that term, but I
Mhm.
feel like that's probably what I got.
But
But it even has like a massive effect, like on my marriage and
Mm-hmm.
just in a lot of aspects of my life. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, I don't fucking care. I'll figure it out and get it done, and I'll do it
Right.
myself. And Blake's like, "What the fuck
right.
are you doing?" I'm like, "What?
I'm fine.
I'm fine. I got
Right.
this and I will. But then I just am like this angry, bitter, fucking stressed out human.
Right.
It's not good. And then you have the whole have to be a parent and a fucking special needs parent, which is hard. I'm like, how do
Well-
you give a mentally unstable person like me a special needs child?
Oh, right.
Who did that? Why is
Like
that
the
allowed to happen?
philosophy, like you're only given what you can
No,
handle.
Fuck
And
that.
I believe that in the sense of what I was saying, that I was joking and said to my husband was like, there's a reason for this, like we will grow together and we have to be intentional about it, which is the hard part because motherhood in general breaks someone down to absolutely nothing.
Yes, even not special needs.
Non-special needs motherhood
Mothering is
breaks
a lot.
mom. It
Yep.
breaks a woman down to nothing.
100%
And
across the board.
I don't know as a mom myself who isn't able to basically compartmentalize pre-motherhood me and post-motherhood me. And I know for me personally, it took a long time for me to feel like the same human in my life. I would be at home and I'd feel like one person, and then I'd go out with my friends who no one had kids, and I'd feel like a total different person.
Yeah, 100%.
And it took a long time for that to meld together. But then you enter in the special needs aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think, I can't speak for anyone else, but my impression is that most of us, before we are told that something is going on, most of us just think that it's us
Yep.
as mothers.
Yep.
And so you're broken down from general motherhood, from birth and infancy, and then you bring in this aspect of special needs where none of it makes sense. And all at the same time, you're supposed to rebuild yourself.
Yep. I felt guilt for a long time. Like, Ellie's this way because of me, Like, what did I do during pregnancy? My body, I had a lot of issues getting pregnant, a lot of miscarriages, full hysterectomy when I was 33, 32, can't remember. And my body, basically, I had barely any eggs left. I was perimenopausal for 4 years before I even had the hysterectomy. My body, polycystic ovarian syndrome, horrible endometriosis. But my body, basically how she explained it was my inside lady parts were running about 10 years older than what I was and what I am. So I was just this horribly menopausal, but I just like wanted this baby so bad,
Yeah.
And so then I constantly just like had this heavy guilt. So like I had Amaya, we had just moved cities. We did 2 moves within 10 months each. So like we moved, we lived in Petaluma for 10 months. At that time, I found out I was pregnant and had a baby there. And Miles and Ellie are 2 years apart. And then when Ellie was born in April, our house got put for sale that we were renting. And then we ended up moving down to San Diego in June. So she was like 2 months old. And then we moved back to Humboldt by the time she was 1. It was just so much new babies, no family around. Blake lived up in Humboldt for like a month and a half before I made it back up. We lived apart for a while just due to his like work and me like figuring shit out with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like this big clusterfuck. And then I was just like, oh, I'm pregnant. And what the fuck?
Yeah.
It was just really wild. And so I carried a ton of guilt for a long time. Like, oh, it had to have been my stress. It had to have been.
Yeah.
But when you're a young mother and you get thrown all this shit at you.
Yeah.
Oh, does your child have autism if you ate this and this? And it's like, dude, did I do something to my baby? I don't have that guilt anymore.
I'm actually the opposite. This has gone on a tangent.
I don't have that guilt anymore.
This is where we get some feedback.
That's true.
But I'm actually the opposite. I was on a really low dose of a certain antidepressant that I'm not on anymore, and I won't name it because
we don't need to.
Whatever.
That's irrelevant.
But it was like almost nothing. It was so low, and I was on that Ada's entire pregnancy, and I was not on it Harvey's. And then also, due to some other outside circumstances that I won't name, I passed out during labor. So I don't even really have guilt.
So you don't carry any
those-
guilt. I'm just saying that's amazing. It took me a long time.
Yeah.
Ellie's almost 7 now. And it took me a long time to not have, I finally don't feel guilt. I finally don't feel like it was my fault because it's not.
Right.
It is something in their little brains that is just an imbalance and things are different and the way she was made is different. And I firmly now do not have guilt that she has special needs. But for a long time, I thought I caused it somehow and I carried like extreme guilt.
Which is, I think, is so common. We carry guilt in different ways. It's not that I don't have guilt. I asked so many different people my entire pregnancy, almost every single appointment I went to with anyone who was sitting there. I was like, so, should I try to get off of this? Oh no, there's not only no side effects, but it's such a low dose, it won't matter. And I'm not saying it did matter. I'm not saying it did anything, but the way my mind works is I'm just curious. I don't have the guilt because I asked, and
I don't ask questions ever, and it was probably why my guilt was just so bad.
But I was on it for a reason. I needed it, and then I asked all the questions to the professionals whom I'm supposed to listen to, and I'm not saying they steered me wrong. I'm not saying anyone did anything wrong.
Nope. We're just talking about if you have guilt.
Just guilt in general. I don't carry it because I'm more curious.
And I instantly was just like, I fucked my baby up somehow, and I don't know how I did it, but I grew her wrong because I was the one responsible for growing her. And then I was one that like really wanted another kid, and my husband would have been totally fine. And then I gave him like this special needs child, and it was freaking.
I actually had that more with Harvey.
Spiraled.
Weird.
That is weird.
I just realized that I have that more with Harvey because I was so deeply depressed and not doing anything about it when I got pregnant with him, when I was pregnant with him for an entire year. We were in couples counseling for like a year. And finally she was like, do you think you're depressed at all? And I was like, what? No.
And they do that
and
test
she
with
did
you, and
the,
you're like,
she did the questionnaire, and she's like, actually, you're severely depressed. I was like, no, I'm not. So that was why I started. Right. So that's why I started that antidepressant. But I carry that guilt a lot because, for one, he grew in such a sad environment. I also didn't realize I had all these food allergies. And so I wasn't taking care of my body, and that was his environment. And then also when he was born, I was so heavily depressed, and David and I did not transition well into parenthood. And so he had a stressful environment in his infancy also. So I actually have more stress over Harvey. I think because with Ada, I knew that I was doing everything I possibly could to my knowledge.
Yeah, makes sense.
I feel like that's why I don't carry the guilt. It's not that I don't think I caused it or that I could have done something differently. It's just that I was doing everything I can, and I'm going to continue to do so for both of them. And so, I don't know. I think I have a different relationship with guilt though. Like, I don't know. I think the art of observing oneself without judgment.
Oh God, I'm so judgmental on myself. No matter what I try to do, it's always.
Yeah. And like getting really good at doing that, observing oneself without judgment is, I think,
the key.
Yeah. I think that judging yourself is the catalyst to the guilt.
Yep.
So I had a therapist at some point in my life. She said, when you look at yourself in the mirror, talk to yourself like you would your child.
Mm-hmm.
And that made a big impact on me because I became a mom shortly after. And so then it hit even deeper. And then I carried that through even the thoughts that went through my head. And then also there was something I was working through with that same therapist about, I'm not sure quite how to word it without giving away too much about my family, but just something that I was kind of taught with my family of origin that didn't align with who I am.
Yep.
And I kept telling that therapist, like, I don't like this version of me. Like, I don't want to be this person. And she basically was like, and these weren't her words. This was like the way that I took it. Who you are is not the first thought that goes through your mind. Who you are is the thought that challenges that and creates the narrative that feels more aligned with who you are. And so I carry that through with everything. Like me being really irritable. Like I've learned, Morgan, just shut your damn mouth.
Yep.
When you feel like this. Like that's not the parent you want to be to your kids.
Yep. That's what I always try to say too. I literally tell my husband now at this point, I'm like, dude, I'm really fucking irritable today.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to stay quiet. But I'm just telling you right now, I'm fucking having a rough day and I'm irritable.
Right.
Give me space. It's not kind.
Well, but there is a kind way to do that.
Just like shoot out a warning first.
Yeah.
I've learned to get to that point.
There is a kind way to do that though. Like just, hey, I'm really sorry. I'm feeling a certain way. Yeah. And so I'm trying to keep to myself. So please don't take my space personal, but I'm not going to say much tonight because I have nothing nice to say.
Chill.
But yeah, so my current goal is to work on keeping the size to myself now. Because I've learned, okay, I'm irritable. That's my inner system telling me, it's communicating something to me.
Yeah.
What's going on with me?
So my New Year's resolution is to listen to my body in all the ways and not even just tired, but like when I'm irritable, like,
But can you do it without judgment?
No, probably not. And I need to get there also.
Yeah.
But it's like with Ellie, we talk about in ABA therapy a lot, precursors, like, well, what was it that caused this and this? What happened beforehand? And I'm like, okay, I need to not listen to my body. At first I was like, I need to listen to my body, like, because it's tired and exhaustion. That was like my main thing. Listen to your body because it's exhausted and needs a break. I'm like, oh my God, there's actually so many other reasons to listen to your body. Who knew?
Oh, right. I know.
But I never look inwards at anything that has to do with me usually. I just like, I don't know. I'd be like, oh, I'm sad, whatever. It's fine. Just pull your life together. Pull your shit together. Sadie, you can deal with this later.
Right. Which is so funny.
Fine.
Which is so funny because to literally everyone else in the world, you're like, your feelings are valid.
I know. And I don't do that
and
to
yet
myself.
you
I'm
have
like,
your
shut
own.
the fuck up.
And you're just like, nope. Push it back down. I'm busy.
I don't know what is wrong with me. It's a big deal.
Well, I don't know. That was a big.
I just feel like I have to stay strong for everybody.
Yeah.
But then I realize that I think I'm just not doing great at that. So it's time to do something different. Take care of myself.
You just hit on a good fucking button though. Having to stay strong for everyone.
Yeah.
And what does that look like for someone?
So being the caregiver, you just don't turn the fuck off. And so it's like, as much as I want to like sit in bed and cry my eyes out sometimes, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Right. That was my take this morning. Like what was going on in the house, David was having a really hard time with. And I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you're like, I can't deal with you on top of this.
Right.
I can't. And it's not like you're trying to be a dick, but it's like, dude, if you're not, and I was telling you about this too, whenever sometimes Ellie has meltdowns and I'm just like, Blake, I can't even tell you how to help. And I love that you're trying to support, but get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
In the kindest way possible. But like, I am trying, I may look calm and collected, but I'm fucking losing it. And when this is over, I'm going to be like, this is great. And I'm going to go cry for 20 minutes in the bathroom. And pretend I'm pooping.
Right.
Like,
right. Just, you're going to sit on your thinking chair.
So like when Elliot, ate the poop and I was trying really hard to stay calm. And in my head, I was just thinking, this is a really fucking sad situation that she's at this age and she's eating poop. And for some reason, it just kind of like hit me big. Like the older she's getting, I mean, clearly you don't get worse. Like your special needs don't get worse and they don't get better. You just learn the tools or whatever. But I feel like it's easier for things to be more acceptable when they're young because little kids, 3-year-olds play in poop sometimes.
I told you what I did with my kids.
Kids, like little kids, like oh, little kids get naked in public
Yep.
sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, but now we're like almost 7. And so things that are acceptable for a 3-year-old are not the same acceptableness.
Yeah.
I don't know what word I'm looking for, but whatever.
Yeah.
For a 7-year-old. And
Yeah.
so I feel like I'm at this spot where things are just they're nah. My mental health is just broken right now. It is like, I've talked about this a lot. Like, I know she's special needs, duh. We've accepted it. We pivot all the time. And it's just it's sad. It's just super sad. I'm just super sad right now, I think is what is going on.
Well, it's sad. And also there's more judgment because she's older.
Yeah.
So there's so much more judgment coming your way from strangers when you're out and about.
Yeah,
And it's like,
it's
we can
starting to
try to
get
block
different.
that out. But yeah.
Then I just am like thinking ahead, which is horrible, but then it's like, we're trying really hard. She's on a lot of ABA therapy and we do a lot of shit. Like, I do parent meetings and we come up with ideas and plans and like we work our asses off to make things happen and go and try to give her the tools. And it's just like, we've been doing everything we can with like the potty training and the getting naked. And it's like, our friends invited us over for football Sunday and was having a bunch of families over. And it was like, well, it's not even the point that Ellie couldn't handle it. She's getting a lot better and she's used to that friend's house. But like, I don't want to have to sit there and then have Ellie come downstairs naked because that happens and it's going to happen. She's going to go pee and she's going to come out. And it's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's a matter of when it's going to happen. And then all of our friends that know us super well do a really great job of just like,
Yeah.
not ignoring, but like they just know that that's how she is. But like there was going to be newish kind of people there. And it was just a situation that I just wasn't in the mood to handle right now.
Yeah.
And the older she gets, I can't like just keep her at home and stuff. But like, it's a weird, I'm just super sad right now, I guess. It's just, she's getting older and we're mentally not getting older and things just aren't acceptable to the outside world. And so, it's just a lot right now, I guess. So my mental health is in the fucking trash.
Which sometimes
in the
that's
fucking,
just where it lies.
it's just in the trash right now.
And we need to look at it without judgment.
Dude, I've been, you know what though? I've been trying to handle this decently well. I feel like like I said, I just laid on the couch the other day and Ellie thought I was sick.
Okay, but what I see, damn it, here I am with reframing again. I said I wasn't going to do this today. But what I would love to see like you work on when you're doing what you know your body needs, which is nothing, like being gentle enough on yourself that you're actually getting what you need out of it. Because so often, especially as moms, just in general, like we will finally sit down and do nothing for 2 minutes, but the guilt that we have, it cancels
my
out.
to-do list is 20
the
miles
sitting
long,
down,
so
right.
even though I'm laying here,
Right.
I could be doing so many things. And then I get up and I'm like, fuck, I'm so behind.
Yeah.
I needed to do so many things, except really I don't really need to.
But then by doing that, you're not giving your body what it needs.
Yeah.
You're not, that rest is completely canceled out by the stress.
That's what's been happening lately.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is not a self-care episode, but.
Well, it's mental health and stress and how we cope and just.
So.
I'm not coping, by the way.
I mean, sometimes we don't.
I don't know what's happening. I'm waking up every day and getting out of bed. That's a plus, but I don't fucking know. It's just stupid right now. It feels stupid right now.
Are you going to therapy right now?
No. And no one can. I've had a hard time getting in because my hours are so limited with Ellie being at school right now.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm hoping once we figure out something for her, I'll get more time, I hope. Because this is just rough.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you guys are in a hard phase right now. You're in the transition between what you know didn't work and whatever the future is that could work and any kind of intermittent phase of life is really hard.
Basically, right now, she just wants to be naked at home, and I'm just enabling the fuck out of that. And we're just staying home naked, and it's just is what's happening right now.
Oh my God. Okay. So that's an area I can relate to. And so what does it look like when our mental health makes it so we don't have the capacity
That's where I'm.
to help our kids?
So that is kind of where I'm at right now, and I rarely get there, and it's kind of a scary thing.
Right.
I'm just basically feel like I'm just shutting down.
But then I just heard you say, like, it sounds like you're having guilt from enabling so many of these, I don't know, I guess we could say behaviors.
I'm aware, and that's what the doctor said is the plus side is that I'm aware.
Of how fucked up we are?
Right?
Is that a good thing?
When you're not aware is when the more intrusive thoughts and things like that tend to roll in when you're not aware.
Oh yeah, okay, I can relate to that.
And so that's what he said. Like, just if you want to see any positive right now in things, like you're aware that you're depressed, you're aware of what's going on. He could have just been being nice, but he was like, that's a really good thing to like hold on to and think about is that you are aware. And like, I'm aware my kids, need a bath and need to eat and be taken care of. And so I still get my ass up and do those things. So,
but what does it look like though when, because honestly, shit's been so hard at our house. Like we are embracing the every other day shower.
right?
And
Ellie's been crying.
I mean,
for a
I
bath
could go
every
on and
fucking
on
day.
and on, but I don't feel like being super judged right now. But definitely too much screen time.
Yep. Oh God, us too.
And it's beyond like what, right? Because
It's like an
special
exhaustion
needs
that
kids
can't ever be
use-
turned off.
totally. But special needs kids use screens
Oh, yeah.
so differently.
Ellie uses screens. That's how she talks
Yeah.
a lot.
Right.
That's how she learns all of her phrases.
Yeah.
She talks in phrases mainly. She doesn't have a lot of free speech.
Yeah.
But she's been saying like 5-6 word sentences because she's seeing them used, and she's saying them appropriately in her world.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's huge.
Huge. But also like for me, screens do entirely different things to each of my kids.
Yeah, 100%.
One is good, one is not so good.
Yeah, same as us.
And we still have too much screen time because there's peace when there's screens. And like I
Sometimes
will
the piece is
prioritize
fucking easier than
right. And like don't get me wrong, a lot of our family TV is like my husband's YouTube channel, which is like humans in the mountains, like doing mountain things,
so
like
dead.
which my son just eats up, and Ada's just like
I'm dead.
so like our screen time as a family is, I don't think that's horrible, especially considering we have property that like we could utilize those tools. But yeah, I will lean into that over prioritizing book time, because not to mention like the way that both of my kids' needs are, it makes book time miserable.
Yep. Us too.
So
100%. That's how it is in our house also.
yeah.
We've been watching, just speaking of family TV time, I don't watch a lot of TV. I let Blake watches a lot of TV. The kids will put the TV on. I never like fall in love with a show. I just started watching Stranger Things.
Oh.
And Blake has seen it all, but then the 5th season came out and he was like, why don't we rewatch the whole thing together? And I was like, no. And I was like, okay, fine. And then Miles wanted to watch it, which it might be a little
Aw.
intense, but we just watched the first whole season together. It's every night or every other night when we have time, and Ellie's
Yeah.
upstairs. And it feels so nice. Like Miles and I sat and snuggled and watched 2 episodes last night with Blake, and it's so good.
Yeah.
And then he like brought this paper home from school, and they played bingo, and it was like go around the class and who did these items during break, and it was like laid in your pajamas all day, blah 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 blah. All the kids' names, and then I look and it says mom on there, and it was like who started a new show or series. And he put mom, and it just made my heart so happy because
Aww.
I don't know if I mentioned when he brought up the other day that that his dad is his parent.
Oh shit.
Oh, dude, it hit me so hard. It was fucking rough to hear. But it's true. I've always been Ellie's human in person, and then she used to stress herself out so bad and give herself seizures, and I could not like leave her for years and years, and it's just how it's always been. I'm her safe person. I take Ellie, Blake takes Miles. That's how it's always been. And I tried not. I didn't cry in front of Miles, and I didn't get mad or anything. I was just like, buddy, I'm sorry, and you're right, and I'm just so sorry that that's how it's been and how it is. But I don't remember what got brought up, but he was like, well, my dad's my main parent anyways.
Oh, fuck.
And he didn't mean it to be a dick either. It just like, it was just a sad. And I was like, you're right. You're 100% right. And then I just went and cried my eyes out. And Amaya was just like stunned. She was like, oh, fuck. She saw it. She heard it. And he wasn't trying to be a dick. I don't remember what even got brought up, but it was just like dagger to the fucking heart.
Right.
And so you're always like, I miss so much with Harvey because I'm Ada's person. And I'm just like, dude, that's how our life has always been.
Yeah.
And it just really fucking sucks. And I just try to tell myself, like, that's just our family dynamic.
Oh my God. That's what I was going to bring up with
And
her
so-
PDA.
That's what I've been trying to.
Sorry.
Ding,
Finish.
ding, ding. No,
Finish.
no,
Finish.
go. I'm just, it's,
My poor little ADHD.
that's what I
brain.
was just trying to say is just that, like, there's that heavy stress and guilt of me not spending time with Miles. And I just have to realize and accept that, like, that's just me and his dynamic. And I know that sounds like fucked up or whatever, but he's going to grow up at these ages and he's always going to remember that his dad was his, like, parent.
Yeah.
But I just snuggle his face off and try to make things as special as I can when I can.
And make sure he knows that he's
it's
equally
just,
important.
And
to
that's
you.
what I say. And it's just, I always tell him, like, I'm Ellie's person. I just try to always tell him, I'm Ellie's person. And she just needs mommy. Like, I have to help calm Ellie. And the good thing is he doesn't resent her and stuff. Like,
that's huge.
He loves her so much. And so it works. But it was still just really painful to hear, you know? It was,
That's so Ada's got this, what I think is a PDA profile. And it's so hard to parent. And I'm trying to really learn, but also I have been telling her for a couple years now, because what it does also, it's this like crazy need for control in just about any environment. And so I've talked before about when, I'm trying to give myself to Harvey in some way, and she'll just start burning the house down where I can't avoid it. And I have to go tend to her. And it gets to me because I have 2 kids. And so, of course, I go to her and I try to support her, without showing how much it's getting to me, because it's not all under her control, but also some of it is under her control. But I started telling her a long time ago, I was like, Ada, Mama has 2 kids. I have 2 kids. And I'm Harvey's mom too. And so now when she is like, when Harvey's talking to me and she comes up, stealing the attention because she's so loud, we can't even keep talking, which Harvey's doing really good at, like, continuing to talk. Because I've told him for a long time now.
shuts down too, and I'm like, nope, keep going or we're never going to be able to speak.
Exactly.
Keep it up.
So I've told Harvey a long time ago, I was like, I can still hear you and I'm focused on what you're saying. Please keep talking. Because he would just focus on the frustration. And with him, that's something I'm working on anyway, is just like looking to the positive anyway. So it's like, okay, if we can learn to shut out that little bit of negative, the negative feelings coming from that in the first place, like maybe that will help. But anyway, I have had to start telling her in those moments. And then I'll be like, just a minute, Harvey's telling me something. And she'll start having a hard time. And I'll be like, Ada, I'm Harvey's mom too. And the reason I started that is because Ada likes to share. She's very accommodating.
And what'd she say? Does it help?
Not always.
Yeah, but
a lot of times though, it'll kind of
Make her
at
think.
least slow her down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Harvey and I can finish what we're doing for the most part. It's not usually like, the length it would have been.
Yeah, but still you can get
we
that.
can feel content. And then I tend to Ada. And like judge me if you want. Maybe it's good parenting. Maybe it's not. I don't know. What does good parenting even look like in the special needs world
What
anyway?
does it look like in the normal world, let alone special needs?
Yeah. So I don't know.
This is what
but-
good parenting looks like. And sanity. Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers
but
to fucking sanity.
anyway, that's just like, it's gotten us by. It's gotten us by for a little bit. And it's like one of my ways, just like for her sleeping, I knew she wasn't going to start sleeping for herself. But maybe I'm using that side of her where she's so accommodating and like helpful to
I'm
others.
all for just using everything.
But it was the only way to teach that girl
Leaning
to
into those
fucking
tools.
sleep.
Yep.
So I started saying, like, Mommy really needs sleep. We can't wake up other people. Mommy really needs sleep.
And she's like, okay.
I mean, no, it was not that
But
easy.
still, it's making
it
her-
took years.
But it's making her
But
think.
now she does. She's like, really mindful about who, trying to wake up other people. But anyway,
At least so oblivious. She's so oblivious to
Yeah.
the outside world.
yeah,
Just not. There's no outside world. There's just Ellie's world.
right. And you all are living in it.
And we are living in it. If we step in that space, cool.
Yep.
If not, she does not.
Right.
Doesn't, yeah. But anyways,
What just was it?
what is that? Is that a sticker? Oh, it's a dog sticker.
Was this in my hair?
I didn't tell, but that's not from my house, so.
No. Ada gave it to me this
I was
morning.
Like, I don't have stickers in the house.
and I just ran my fingers through my hair and it came.
You know what? It was my fault. I didn't see it because I was just stressed out this morning about all the changes.
Was this in my hair this whole
I don't know,
time?
but I'm excited to edit and see. So then at some point you can put a graphic that's like, that is a dog sticker with arrows. Fucking dad.
I can't. I can't.
Can't either, Morgan.
Anyway,
Oh.
do we have weird wins today?
Well, yeah, but first I think we should talk about how important it is to find support in other special needs parents.
Oh, fuck.
I just want to say real fast, Ellie has an assessment today going on right now to also MMS and did not want to do the light and bright fucking episode we had because I'm a goddamn mess. But an assessment for a special needs school happening right now. And I had one girlfriend who is a typical mother of children. And she texted me just a beautiful text this morning. I love you. I hope you have a great day. I know it's going to be a big day for you. So that was all like equally as huge. So I'm not saying that was not at all because that was a huge deal that she did that to me. And then before that, though, I had a special needs mom friend reach out and just with a big old message. And I was just like, oh, that there is something about being seen by that special needs parent that is like, she could just feel and understand like, oh, the typical school's not working. And whether she gets into this school and meets the assessment criteria or not, like it's still a big thing. And you can have your feelings because that's just
Yeah.
fucked up that you're just like at this point, but I just feel like something about a special needs parent just fucking slaps. Miles told me that slaps.
Oh, stop it.
Right.
Stop it. That's so funny.
But
Do you know what I heard recently? That our grief must be witnessed. And we've done
I've
our
never heard that, and I love that.
Yeah. Where my mind went was like, it can't be fixed. It just has to be witnessed.
We just want to be seen at the end of the day.
And-
Does I see you?
Right. And so eons of years ago, my uncle officiated our wedding. And I mean, the words he spoke were, still to this day, the most wise words I've heard. And one thing he said is that marrying someone is vowing to witness their life. your life is important enough to be witnessed. And I vow to be your witness from this day forward, basically. Those weren't exactly his words. But I related that back to what this person said about how grief must be witnessed. And I think that in my mind, is one of the reasons a special needs parent relationship really slaps.
That's going to be our new slogan. That shit slaps.
Please no.
I'm so fucking dead. I can't.
Right.
I'm sorry I even said that, but it's funny.
In my mind, it's because special needs parents, they understand the depth and like exactly what's going on. And also we understand we can't fix it for each other.
Yep.
And so much of typical life can be worked through, and you grow out of it and you move on, and or just you learn to live with. But special needs world is such a fucking roller coaster.
And it was like there's no, and it wasn't diminishing. It's not diminishing the typical parent stress
100%
at all.
Yes,
but there can be an off switch.
Well, it just
to an extent, and they can find an off switch.
Mm-hmm. There are phases.
There are phases.
You move through phases of life where like in the special needs world, you move through phases, but it's not necessarily the same trajectory.
I just look at it as like, it was like a light switch, literally. And a typical parent can shut that off sometimes and just turn off that room and be fine. And then maybe it'll turn back on later or whatever. But it's like our light is often always on and not shutting off.
And like what we hope for, I don't know. I don't want that to come out wrong. But I mean, the general vision for our children is that they grow into adults. They want more independence. They learn who they are, who they want to be in this world. And then they go and they flourish and they find themselves in this world.
Yep.
And so all these phases we go through, there's hard with each one of them, but it's also constantly moving forward. Where with us, it's not constantly moving forward. Like for what you're dealing with, this is not necessarily, it is a step forward in a lot of ways, but also
it's a blow.
It's
where,
I
mean, shun me all you want, but where I was just hoping we wouldn't get to.
Right.
We're going to go to school and we're going to do great. And then it's still just like this freaking knockdown blow.
Right. And that can't be fixed. Those feelings can't be fixed. They just have to be witnessed.
Yep.
And I think that that's
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that statement. It just has to be witnessed.
Yeah. They can't. And I mean, we have incredible groups of friendships.
Yes.
Each of us.
Yep. 100%.
And I think that, and a lot of them listen to us so loyally, and I appreciate that. And I think that for anyone living a more neurotypical world, that's a huge takeaway for me, is just sometimes we just need to feel important enough to be witnessed and understood that it can't be fixed.
Yep.
And that's okay.
We were out the other night. We actually got a Mildly Crushing It table at a Rotary dinner in our area.
A fundraiser. We did a fundraiser.
It was so exciting and so fun, but we were at the bar afterwards.
Of course, naturally.
But I was talking to a human because I looked over and he was wearing our sticker. And I was like, oh, good. Hi, good to see you. And we're like in the same friend circle kind of, but we're not like close, but gave him a hug and I was like, oh, good to see you. But he was just like, oh, I was like, nice sticker. And he was like, oh, I listen to your stuff sometimes. It's just crazy. And I was like super just taken aback by that, actually. I was like, what? No way. And then I was talking to his wife at the bar and she was just like, really, he listens to your stuff. And he just like thinks it's so crazy that parenting's so hard and you guys have this extra layer. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah. But it really did change my view on this person.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just gave me like this whole different little light on this human.
Yeah.
And not that I saw him as a bad human before that. I don't
yeah.
mean that in any
Of
shape or form.
course. Of course.
But I just mean like, this is the human that I just would have never expected
Yeah.
to even know we had a podcast,
Yeah.
you know? And the fact that she was like, oh, he totally just, I don't know. I felt like we were seen. And that's just always a really,
yeah.
it's a good feeling to just be seen. It's just,
yeah.
it was cool. I don't know. I was like, oh, this is cool. It made me just like, made me feel good and warm inside, you know? It was
Right. Well, and maybe
it was a cool feeling to have that experience happen.
yeah. And maybe because we're both feeling very blah, maybe this can be like a group weird win.
Hashtag weird win.
Yay!
Having this space that we are very intentionally creating, but also so honored that we are being given the space.
I love that.
In that sense, people are actually listening to us. We hopefully are helping others feel witnessed in the way that they're feeling, and these things are important and
there's
can't be
something
fixed.
so powerful in
and-
being seen. I love that you said that, and being witnessed, whether it's grief, tiny, small, weird wins.
Yes.
There's something so powerful in being seen by that, and also being seen by the special needs, like other moms out there. Morgan and I were actually talking about what like is passionate, like what lights our fire, and where we kind of want this to go. And I'm really passionate on the whole female strong, female driven powerhouse behind that. And I feel like a support network, finding your support network, not only special needs moms, also like your outside world from that. I feel like there's a great balance in that, but also something about finding that special needs moms community is just like detrimental to this
100%.
journey into your mental state. And I had a girlfriend and she texted me a picture and she was like, good morning. And it was like her daughter's diaper blowout everywhere, you know? And so then I sent her a picture of like the Legos sticking out of the poop that Elliot did. And I was like, welcome, what did I say? Something to the shit pick club or something. Like I made like a Canva thing real fast and sent it to her. The shit pick club since like 2026. And she was like, oh my God, I love you. And I was like, you're welcome. I'm happy I have another friend to send shit pics to, because you know, that's gross. I'm like, who does that? But it was funny that we could turn like a shitty, pun intended, shitty situation into something like that we were both laughing about, you know. There's just something really important in that. And I just really hope that for all of our mental health and mental states out there, we can help provide you with a sense of community, even though you might not physically have one. Like I said, we're lucky that we found in our areas, and that's the dream and the goal, is to create this big community to be witnessed. I love that.
Right? But also we can even broaden the whole witnessing philosophy, right? Because it's so powerful as spouses to say, you are worthy of being witnessed. Your life is worthy of being witnessed.
Yep.
And
I
also
love that. I'm like obsessed now.
As friends, as like, find the people in your life that are showing you, not telling you, but showing you that your lives are worthy of being witnessed. And if we're it for you right now,
what an honor.
We're honored, but also you will find it. You will find it again. And if we can do anything with our time here, that would be such an honor to do that, where we just give strength. So
we can be that loud until you can. And if you can't, that's fine. That's what, so our loud asses are here for. So
we'll air all our dirty laundry so you don't have to.
Exactly. Oh my God, you didn't ask me what we're drinking today.
I didn't. Oh my God, I missed my line.
Ask me.
Sadie, what are we drinking today?
You guys, I got this really cute
Look
picture
how cute it is.
from Target Boutique.
We love Target Boutique.
in these cute little glasses. Anyways, I'm sorry I've been letting you all down. We've just been drinking champagne, like blah. Anyways,
but one of our posts recently on Instagram was all about not overcomplicating things when life was smacking us
I
in
drink
the face.
champagne all the time. It's the best shit ever.
Yeah.
And I
sometimes
realized
you just gotta keep it simple.
Yeah, we have like a champagne punch today.
Yes.
A lime raspberry champagne punch with vodka.
With vodka. I've never had champagne and vodka. I don't think ever.
And then I was pissed last night because I made simple syrup and then I dumped it all down the drain. I was like,
Was that supposed to go in it?
damn it. I put it in there. I made more this morning. Takes 2
Oh.
seconds. Equal parts water and sugar, and you boil it.
I've learned that. I do know enough in the kitchen.
I don't know. I didn't know. My mom used to buy it. And I'm like, make it. It's so easy to make.
Oh, well, someone made me feel real dumb for not knowing what simple syrup was a few years ago. So
Wasn't me. I hope not.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I hope that wasn't
Nope.
me. So
No names here. Anyway, okay, cheers. Love you.
cheers.
Mildly
Thank you.
crushing it.
Yeah, mildly fucking. I'm like mildly.
We're like very mildly. We're leaning very much on the mildly side today.
Yeah. But we got this.
Yeah, fucking
So,
got it. So.
Thank you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.